Good afternoon. The midday news. Babatunde Bolatito is my name. The European Union has sounded a note of warning to politicians against interfering in the activities of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) ahead of the 2023 general election, saying that the electoral body must be allowed to operate free from outside pressure. This is as the organization warned politicians to guard against hate speech and any form of misbehavior that must have negative effect on the outcome of the 2023 poll. Head of the EU delegation to Nigeria and the Economic Committee of West African States, Ambassador Samuela Isopi, gave the advice in Abuja at the official closure of the Phase 1 and launch of Phase 2 of the EU support to democratic governance in Nigeria, while Phase 1 of the program implemented from 2017 to 2022 coincided with the 2015, 2019 and 2019-2023 electoral cycles. Phase 2 from 2022 to 2027 will cover the 2023-2027 electoral cycle. She observed that though who wins the election in 2023 is for the Nigerian people to decide, Isopi observed that EU will continue to share Nigeria's interest to see a solid process leading to peaceful, free and fair, credible elections. According to her, the organization has contributed about £150 million in improving Nigeria's electoral system and the national return to democratic rule in 1999, adding that about £39 million will be spent on the second phase of the EU SDGN program. The Independent National Electoral Commission has disclosed that it detected several double, multiple, and ineligible registrants and has consequently invalidated them, adding that they include entries that failed to meet the Commission's business rule. The Commission said it found over 1 million records out of the almost 3 million fresh registrants that registered between June last year and January this year. Disclosing these in a statement made available to the press, the National Commissioner and Chairman Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye, noted that a thorough process was being undertaken to clean up the registration data. He also said that permanent voter cards for all valid registrants will be available for collection by the end of October and early November as promised, adding that the cleaning up of the register of voters using the automated biometric identification system is ongoing. The Osun State Independent Electoral Commission, OSEC, is committed to the adherence of the provisions of the Constitution to bring governance closer to the people at the grassroots by putting in place a democratically elected government at the local level. OSEC Chairman Otumba Shegun Oladito stated this at the opening ceremony of a 5-day training workshop for electoral officers and assistant electoral officers preparatory towards the forthcoming October 15 council election. Oluwatobiloba Odunuga has details.
Local government and local government council development area election in Osun State, the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission, OCEC, organized a 5-day workshop to train electoral officers and assistant electoral officers who will be participating in the elections. In his welcome address at the opening ceremony workshop organized by the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission, the OCEC boss, Otumba Shegun Oladito, noted that the workshop is organized to screen and engage the Commission's field officers. The OSEC chairman noted that the Commission is poised towards conducting free, fair, and credible election by providing a level playing ground for all stakeholders and building the confidence of the electorate. He stated further that as an election management body, OSEC will ensure a credible election through a transparent electoral process by using competent and both permanent and ad hoc personnel who would work in accordance with the law. Tumba Oladito maintained that the Commission is ready to provide all the necessary logistics, materials, and equipment to facilitate the conduct of free, fair, and credible elections, hence the need for a thorough training and retraining of all the personnel that will participate at the election.
The motive behind this is that we believe that by the grace of God we are conducting the local government election on October 15, 2022. The people being trained here, we call it intensive training of the electoral officers, assistant electoral officers, who will be the first layer of people to be appointed to conduct the elections.
Some of the trainees who spoke with OSBC News, including Mr. Abayomi Olayombo and Ms. Opeyemi Olunlade, described the workshop as a veritable channel of giving them the knowledge required to carry out the job effectively.
It will be the best thing that will happen to us so that we can conduct a free and fair election.
The training, I think it's 5 days training to help us prepare because we don't know what to do yet. So it will help us get prepared and to know what to do next.
Oluwa Tobiloba Odunuga reporting for OSBC News.
Minister of Interior, Obeno Rauf Arabeshula, said that his ministry will make an appeal to President Muhammadu Buhari for Special Intervention Fund for the completion of the 3 out of 6 mega custodial centers across the geopolitical zones. The minister made it known during a facility tour of Kashi Custodial Center under the supervision of the Nigerian Correctional Service in Abuja. Obeni Arabeshula explained that the special intervention funding is also to address growing concerns over prison congestion and inmates' welfare, which stand at 55% completion rate. He further explained that construction work at the Karushi facility, just like 5 others in the 6 geopolitical zones, at various stages of completion, but stagnated due to funding. Funding challenges and the need for more funding appeal to complete at least 3 out of the 6 before the end of the year and the end of the present administration. The National Association of Nigerian Students, Southwest Zone, may have commenced a protest on the Lagos-Shagamu Expressway, according to coordinator of NANS Southwest Zone, Adeboye Olatunji. The protest is organized as a result of lingering strike action by the Academic Staff Union of University. The body also noted that it passed a vote of no confidence on the Minister of Labor and Employment, Chris Ngige, and the Minister of Education at the Muadamu. It indicated that the process shall be held simultaneously till the strike action is resolved and the convergence point is Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Now to sports. The Nigerian Football Federation Electoral Committee 2022 has cleared a total of 11 persons to contest for the position of the Federation President at the election scheduled for September 30 in Benin City, Edo State. Top on the list of the current is the current Vice President of the Union of the NFF, Sheyi Akinwumi and Shehu Diko. Ibrahim Guso, current member of the board, Sulaiman Yaya Kwande, immediate past General Secretary, Musa Amadu, and head of security of the Confederation of African Football, Christian Imberwa. Others cleared for the exalted position to be vacated by Amaju Pinnick, Amanze Uchegulam, Mukhtar Mohammed, former Nigeria international Peter Said Ida, Abayola, and UK-based David Buhari Duhati. Paul Yusuf from Plateau State and Marcelinius Anyanwu were disqualified as a result of invalid nomination. The trial of Felix Anyanwu's Agu, Senator Obinna Oba, and Chinedu Okoye will battle for the post of vice president, while Yusuf Mohammed was the only one who obtained the form and has been cleared for the position of chairman, contested for seat on the executive. Now to foreign stories. Somali National Army, backed by local militia dubbed Maswili, has killed more than 100 Al-Shabaab militants and liberated over 20 villages during the security operations carried out in the two regional states. The Minister of Information and Culture and Tourism said the operation was conducted in Galmudug and Isabel in southwest state. Somali government explained that the terror group had been using towns as strongholds for organizing their terrorist attack and explosive suicide bombers on different parts of the country. It also said the militants have caused atrocities on the local civilians, whom they kidnapped and killed with their properties destroyed. The government expressed its commitment to flushing out the Al-Shabaab military group, which has been a threat to the Somali people from its stronghold. At least 8 people have been killed and 11 injured in a fire that started at an electric scooter room. The fire broke out late in a hotel basement, housing a showroom with some dozen of electric scooters in South City of Secunderland. Most of those killed in the latest fire were occupants of the hotel, which was engulfed in smoke. That ends the media news on OSBC TV. It was edited by Michael Adili. Please join us at 3 for the state news. Good afternoon.